hip, hip, hip hop hooray. Hip, hip, hip hop hooray for hippie. We came to YouTube thinking there'd be unicorns and rainbows. And he was met with trolls, frauds, and a ton of assholes. But he created a place for all to have fun. Talk about 1A, share some music, peace and sun. You're one of a kind man, and I hope you know it's true that I speak for everyone when I say we love you. Hey, 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 say, hip, hip, hip hop hooray. Hip, hip, hip hop hooray for hippie. So join him on his live streams and bring an open mind. Yeah, it's with hippie you should be choosing to spend your time. Keep bringing people together, hippie, and sharing your smile. YouTube is better because of you and your unique style. Come share your channel link and make a new friend. It's hippie to man whose love knows no end. And hippie and I have a bond that we share. We both lost a brother, but he and I became a great pair. He has a mane like a lion and the ladies do adore. Hippie has subs and fans galore. Hippie for president, released on YouTube. We love you to death. I just wanted to share with you this year groove and say hip, hip hop hooray. Hip, hip, hip hop hooray for hippie. Hooray for hippie. We love you, man.
Worm Keeper, what's up, my brother? Same old shit, different day here. Not really too much new. Let me play another song.
Gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death construction. In the
Hitler.
bodies burning.
That's a good one.
Keeps turning. Death and hate.
I really like that one. The Orange Hitler. That is just mind-blowing funny. Love is a strong word. I do like that, though. Orange Hitler, man, you're going to rub his ass out. Sounds like Iran wants him done.
Poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh, Lord, They leave their all to the poor. Yeah.
I don't see Iran's got the shit to get to good old Trumper. You know, you got to be a country like Israel that trains people from when they're born to do shit and live in foreign countries. And I don't see Iran got the shit to get to Trump. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? All it takes is money.
Time will tell on their power minds, making war just for fun, treating people just like pawns and chess. Wait till the judgment day comes. Yeah.
Well, let me say, Keeper, you know, I think the fucking US dollar's already tanked. You ask me. But who am I? Infrastructure investment. Excuse me. If Iran tanks, says Denison, Trump. If Iran kills Trump, then Vance becomes president. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's any better. I mean, they're all shitbags. They all claim they're great until they're just like cops and they put that blue jacket on with that pretty tie, goes right to their fucking head, and they're different. Power corrupts the mind. Let me play some. Yoko. No, why don't you have a wrench? I just noticed that.
Now in darkness, world stops turning. Ashes where the body's burning.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like if Iran wanted to get to Trump, they would have done it by now. Been doing this shit for fucking 50 years. Hi hat might be my favorite part of the whole song. Pretty good video. The person, Gabrielle Marie, she's got 118,000 subscribers. The person who made this song, she's done very well with the video as well. I already have a warning strike, so I've got to be careful. But
no more war pigs have the power, and as God has struck the hour, day of judgment, God is calling. On the knees, the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for the sins. Satan laughs nothing spreads
I'll
his
jump up on a few.
wings. Oh, Lord, yeah.
Here we go. What's this thing? That's That's pretty rad, Dennison. They got all these flyers of kill Trump that in that article you posted. That's pretty good. Let me see here. It's got let's see. Drop this. Share screen. People marching in the streets with this banner. Dennison dropped this link here, which is very similar to the one I was reading, which was from Al Jazeera. I like to look at Al Jazeera, find it an interesting news place. Thank you, Jenny, for all the drops. And these drums might be one of the few songs in the world where the drums is my favorite part, right? 10:44 p.m. here. I always find that rad. I don't know why. Even the hi-hat part by itself might be the best part. Hot mess. Who's a hot mess? You? I was like, who? The other kind of interesting article that blipped right out at me was this article here. I don't know. You can't see it. Hang on. Let me remove this. Let me add this. So this is an article about Fort Worth police basically making a threat at the guy because he called a trans sir. And so the cop was saying that, you don't have a right to say that. And if you keep saying it, I'm going to write you a ticket. Wait, what? What happened to freedom of speech? Fort Worth Police Department acknowledged that an officer made a certain statements that were not accurate during a viral encounter last month with the Christian street preacher outside Pride Festival. While maintaining that citation he received stemmed from the use of a bullhorn that allegedly violated the city's noise ordinance, not the content of the preacher's speech. According to the department, officers responded to on June 27th at Trinia Pride Fest after nearby owners complained that amplified sound disrupted their operations. Police said the preacher was warned that continued use of the bullhorn would violate the city's noise ordinance, ultimately receiving a disorderly conduct citation after the use of the device. A video posted on July 8th, who identifies himself as his social media as a Christian street preacher, said Fort Worth police officer said calling a biological male a male is a gray area that could be citable at some point, and then says he can't do anything about half-naked men running around at children at a Pride Festival. In the video, a male Fort Worth police officer said calling a biological male a sir is a gray area and that he would potentially ticket people for offensive language. Can you imagine? I mean, I don't know. Switch 625 after all the drums. I don't think I even. It's pretty crazy that that's where we're at in life. People's feelings are hurt by something you say. The cops are going to show up and possibly give you a ticket or beat you down or arrest you for some bullshit. And if you're not rich and don't have a good lawyer, you end up in prison for fucking for calling somebody sir. The world has become all about feelings. It's so true, Jenny. Maybe the cop is gay. Wait, I mean, to me, it sounds like it, because what cop wouldn't use common sense that, that's freedom of speech. But I feel like, unfortunately, in this world today, right? I mean, seriously, Dennison, what country is that cop from? It's weird. I mean, I do feel like in certain countries, people they're pushing for, you have to use their pronouns, and if you don't, after they tell you that, I identify as a cat, if you don't call me a cat, that could be a crime. I I don't understand it, but I know that it's happening. Going live later today. Hippie, stop by if you can. All right. I'm gonna go get some dog food a little later. But is he from the US? What's up, Nikki? I'm not sure where he's from, Dennison. You would think he would be from America since he's a cop in Texas, but
That's what he wanted to know right there. It's in Texas. I don't think he heard that part. And more than that, it's Pride Month in the article, so you know it's the United States.
right. Pretty scary. Pretty scary that you can be, possibly charged with a crime for, some words.
Well, we do have hate speech laws, and that's like a gray area because what is hate speech? I hate you,
I mean,
Nikki. Is that hate speech?
and I guess if you look at it from a transgender's point of view, it may be hurtful to them.
Okay,
Does that?
hurtful doesn't make it illegal, does it?
Well, I mean, that would be the reasoning why we would want to make it illegal. Like I'm saying, I believe in other countries, they're trying to make pronouns a thing where if, you say you're a cat, people have to identify you as a cat. If not,
They're
that's a
not
crime.
trying. They did it in the UK, right? If you call someone out, if you misgender someone or call them out their dead name, I think there's already been people arrested for it in the UK.
Dennison says, that's Texas? I mean, listen, this is where we've become. Please don't sing the cat lays her ears back and kisses at your high notes. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking scary. So I've been watching the auditor guys, Chunky Cholo and his crew, and I find it kind of interesting that, so many people don't realize that it's okay to film in public and just immediately get angry and start attacking. And I get it, they wear a mask, but with 300 million cameras in America, I heard an article on the news this morning. I was giving the missus a ride. It said college kids are using phones so much now that they use them while having sex. I'm like, wait, what? What college kids are those?
Yeah, that's trippy. I don't know. I think the the gay pride events are over the top. And I think that if they can be out there making a bunch of noise, what the fuck is his megaphone going to make any difference? Like, I guarantee you, if he was at a pride event, he was not the only person carrying a megaphone. So
We
did
don't
they
have
cite
hate.
every single person at that event for using speech enhancement or volume enhancement equipment?
Dennison says we don't have hate speech laws in the U.S. What the fuck? It's a clear violation of the First Amendment.
We do have hate
CCA is.
speech laws in the United States. Look it up. In a lot of the states, I don't think there's a federal law, but there's and even under free speech, when the Supreme Court has ruled on it in the past, they have specifically stated that certain things are not free speech.
Yeah, if arrest someone for calling someone sir, he is going to get fired. Can't do that here. Hippie
Have
is
you
like Ron Burgundy.
have you seen that Lily Tino person, hippie?
Doesn't sound familiar, Nikki.
so
No.
so she's a trans activist, and she goes around looking very much like the man that she is, and berates service personnel for misgendering her. Like, she intentionally doesn't look completely feminine and goes out and like baits people to call her sir so that she can berate them on the internet for content.
Oh my God. William says the governor of Ohio just signed into law passengers have to give their name, date of birth, and home address on a traffic stop.
They already have to do that here in New Mexico.
Dennison says, no, we don't have laws against hate speech. States can't pass laws against the First Amendment. It violates the 14th Amendment. Sounds plausible. Good morning, William. Oh, dear God. Lily has mental illness issues. Lily? Who's Lily? What deep voice of hers? The Supreme Court has not ruled that hate speech is not protected. Quite the opposite. Slander isn't protected. Calls to the violence are protected. Obscenity isn't protected. Kids stuff isn't protected. Doing videos in a woman's bathroom? Oh my God. What? I don't know who that person is.
Discriminatory harassment, speech used to carry out targeted harassment, which is not protected when it creates a hostile environment in settings like workplaces or public schools. They will charge you with assault for speech if it comes across as a credible threat. Yeah, I know for a fact that when they wrote go home, smash me scum on synagogue here in Albuquerque, they got a hate crime enhancement on the vandalism charge.
Yeah, that's what they do out here. If you use the wrong words when you're angry in a fight with somebody, that can quickly become a federal crime and a hate crime. But
He's saying there are no hate crimes. Yeah, it's not written into the law as a hate crime, but the Supreme Court has ruled more than once that speech that incites or that is
cocaine in the ladies' bathroom was cleaner than the men's in the 80s. Well, I'm not gonna deny that. I feel like a lot of times if I have to go bad and the men's room is taken, I'm gonna go in the ladies' room without even thinking about it. And I'm always amazed at how much cleaner. I don't have to hold my breath. I don't mind touching things.
That's so weird because when I bartended, I worked at a dive bar for I don't know what 7, 8 years, something like that. when I was bartending at that bar, I had to clean the bathroom, and the women's bathroom was always worse than the men's.
So Dennison says harassment is a crime. Assault is a crime. None of the hate speech laws. Yes, if you commit a crime out of hate, you can get an enhancement. That is also not hate speech. There is no hate speech laws. Yes, calls to violence are not protected. Calling someone sir is not a call to violence.
Yeah, I don't think that qualifies under the hate speech enhancements. Personally, we don't have laws yet that you have to respect that, but other countries do. And I just find it weird why people care. Like, if someone calls me, I am 100% woman, visibly 100% woman. If somebody calls me sir, I'm just going to keep going with my day. Like, it's not like, I don't understand why they get up in arms about it. Like, I've been saying this a lot lately. My papa used to say, don't take criticism from anyone you wouldn't ask for advice. So, like, why let it get to you? If some fucktard doesn't respect you, why do you care what they say?
Agreed, 100%.
Having said that, I am going to do something that goes the completely opposite to that today, Hippie. I'm going to open up a live stream this afternoon and invite all these people who keep telling me who I am on the internet to come tell me to my face who I am instead of saying it in chats or yelling over me at someone else's panel. Come to my panel and tell me exactly who I am.
It's more because it's more fun doing it when you're not there and
Oh no, they'll do it with me on panel and give me no opportunity to respond. So at least on my panel, I'll have opportunity to respond.
Right? Regardless of whether speech is hateful. Where else do you pick up chicks? The laundromat? Bowling alley? There are no hate speech enhancements. For fuck's sakes, why does she keep saying it over and over? Because that's wait, that'll be misogynist if I say that. Never mind. Morning, Zato. That's what women do. They keep saying it over and over, Dennison, until
A hate crime sentence enhancement is a legal mechanism that increases the penalty for a standard crime if it is proven beyond a reasonable doubt that the offender specifically targeted the victim or property due to bias or prejudice. In Albuquerque and throughout New Mexico, the New Mexico statutes annotated Chapter 31, Article 18b governs these enhancements. The specific legal parameters include felony enhancement, misdemeanor alteration, and protected categories. The enhancement applies if the crime is committed against someone based on their actual or perceived race, religion, color, national origin, ancestry, age, disability, gender, sexual orientation, or gender identity. Hate crime
Dennison is getting
sentence enhancement.
burned up. He's got now typing in freaking caps, and he says, yes, for crimes, not speech. Holy shit. She's
I
still
wasn't saying that
pretending she is correct.
I never said calling him sir was a hate crime, Dan. I said that there are hate crime enhancements when you use hate speech when committing a crime.
I don't think I've seen Dennison type in caps. Let's see
He's
here.
arguing something I didn't say. He's arguing that I said calling him sir was some sort of a hate speech you can be charged for. I never said that.
You said that we have hate speech laws. We do not have hate speech laws, period.
We have laws that will give an enhancement, a hate crime enhancement, if the speech you use during the commission of a crime is considered hateful to a special interest group. Like I said, if you write schmotchme in your graffiti, it's no longer just graffiti. It's no longer just property damage. There's a hate crime enhancement on that.
Lily Tino was right. I don't know who Lily Tino is. So I was
She's an
kind of
18
just
year old.
bopping around as I always do on the
What else you got in the news, Hippie?
I was looking at some of the numbers of amounts of people that have been killed in Israel. It's quite insane for no apparent reason. You know, a lot of that's women and children for just a little piece of land. Let's see what else is in here. Trump warns he would decimate Iran if they try to attempt to assassinate him. What's this bipartisan housing bill that went through? They lowering the prices on the market, or?
I don't know. I
Oh,
haven't heard about it.
this is interesting. Under science, it says bird-like robot swims underwater and then flaps its wings and flies away. That's fucking crazy. That's where we're at. A bot can, as they're saying, they're mimicking birds. The bot can fly, smash into the water, go down underwater, do its thing, and then come back up, pop wings out, and fly away. That's fucking nuts. What else do I see in here? Oh, this is cool. NASA seeks research volunteers to spend a year in a simulation. Remember that movie there years ago? The fuck was the name of that movie?
Biodome
Yes. They want
with
people
Pauly
to act.
Shore. I
That
love
was
Pauly Shore.
yeah. Me too. He was a good actor.
My favorite one was the what was it? The son-in-law, was that what it was called? Where he goes to his best friend from college's house for the holidays and they pretend to be engaged. Oh,
What's this?
that was funny.
FCC approves test of space mirror to light night sky despite outcry. The fuck are they trying to do?
So they
Light
have
up,
this idea that they can
save
use
electricity by lighting up.
well, there's that, and I think it's more about like uh like being able to get more labor. So yeah, I guess save on electricity.
They sent 20 ships, keeper of the list. CENTCOM's moving all kinds of shit that way. I would say, yeah, I agree, Dennison. We need mountain busting bombs. I was looking at, before I came live, satellite pictures of all kinds of operations going on around these sites that we previously bombed. I feel like we probably did no damage to that shit, and now they're just rebuilding the entrances to continue with. The question really would be, bunker busters aren't enough, right? Or do we end up at this point? I feel like we're going to end up on the ground there, unfortunately. Let's bomb the earth flat. Well, I think, if they come over here and start fucking around in America or try taking Trump out, that's, what will probably happen. I don't know. In that article that I had open, he said he had 1,000 missiles facing at Iran right now, and if they fuck around him, they're going to find out. Would be a perfect time for China to step in after we fire 1,000 rockets at Iran and we got no more rockets left. Oh, wait, already been at war. Well, I mean, it's true. It'll be
I mean, keeper of the
fucked
list
to
is right.
make it.
Technically, it's not a war. The U.S. is technically not at war until Congress declares war. For now, it's just a military action.
Yeah, China's in trouble because of Venezuela. We cut off all that oil and put
China's
them
getting
in a
hit pretty
bad
hard
spot.
with weather right now, too.
Yeah, I see that. Floods and
flooding,
giant fucking
earthquakes, and
dams that were, built are already gone and pretty crazy.
yeah, I don't know. The world's pretty interesting right now because we have access to so much global information that, like, it doesn't matter what time of day it is, there's something popping off: volcanic activity, earthquakes, floods, famine. It's
And
just everywhere.
that that's something else I read too before I came on, and the El Nino has increased to the strongest El Nino ever since we've been recording the El Nino, which ain't so good for the West Coast. I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen. We've already had like tropical storms that went over land and didn't break up because they drained moisture out of the ground. That's incredible. That's where we're at with weather. It's doing things it never did before.
Well, not that it never did before. We just don't. We haven't recorded it. Like, that's the thing about weather patterns. Is one of the things about our planet is it's a living thing. It grows and evolves and changes just like human beings do. And the weather patterns, like,
Well,
we have this
according
idea
to
that weather patterns are set, but they've never been set. They're constantly in flux.
Well, according to, the 200 years or whatever that we've been recording, never has a tropical storm come ashore and not fizzled out.
Right,
And
we haven't recorded it before, but
it it was when it came ashore down south, apparently it increased, and they said that the storm got power from the brown ocean, and I'm like, brown ocean, what the fuck? And they're talking about soil is so saturated down south that it's just drawing moisture out of the ground. That's weird. I don't know. I mean, I get it, it's weather, but
I don't know. Tool said it best: learn to swim, learn to swim,
right,
learn to swim.
right. Somebody was just saying that. I think it was yesterday's stream talking about God, and last time
That's my
things got this
favorite Tool
bad
song.
and God flooded the earth.
Yeah,
Makes
that's
sense.
my favorite Tool song. Mother, come and flush it all away.
Oh
I just
yeah?
want to watch it all go down. It's called Enema. You've played it for me
Oh
before.
yeah, I've played it before, yeah. It's
Mother,
going to get
flush it all
interesting.
away.
Well, that's why I said at the end of my title today, end of times. Like, I mean, it feels like everything in the world is awry at the moment. People, the fucking wars and freaking weather and just drought and famine and I was talking yesterday, Nikki, about how ICE got $72 billion to ATUT, got 72 billion to kick people out of this country. And then one of the things that we were reading was 39 billion they got to build 8 storage places for 10,000 beds in each one. And then they
Wow.
were going to build 10 processing centers so they could process these people and get them out of America quicker
Instead of, yeah, holding them for so long. And
and
I don't know.
having them die and all the random shit that keeps happening.
Well, and we were talking about yesterday too. I told you that the Rio Grande here in Albuquerque is dry. I mean,
It's dry,
bone
yeah.
dry. You're talking about on the coasts and in the southern regions where storms are coming off the ocean and there's so much moisture in the soil, they're able to carry out onto the land. But then you look at places like where I live, where one of the biggest rivers in North America has gone dry.
Yeah, and I mean, we were talking too about how I've been following Lake Mead and, the the dam there that's almost out of water, which not only would, be a tragedy for water, but also electricity, the Hoover Dam. They're saying, 22 feet down, loss of water at this point would be the time to shut the dam off because it needs a certain amount of water pressure to make things work, and there's just not enough weight pushing down. So the Hoover Dam would stop existing, which would be a huge power loss to our grid. And they said that last year, they said water's at 22%. They said last year it went down 11% from 32%. Based on the drought and the water usage. So if it goes down another 11%, they'll be ready to shut the fucking Hoover Dam down.
So basically what we're seeing is what the earth does, water relocating.
Right.
Places are going drier while other places get wetter. I mean, here's where us always wanting to adapt our environment instead of adapting to it is going to really start to get to us with these weather patterns changing, is that weather patterns change. Like, that's just geologically true. And we don't prepare to adapt to things anymore. We adapt our environment to us. And it could be detrimental if the weather changes come on faster than we predict that they will. Like, we've always known there would be weather changes, but we predicted that it's some sort of slow process, not like an overnight thing. And we could be wrong. And if these changes come on faster than we've been prepared for, it could be detrimental. That's for sure.
Well, if this Lake Mead and the Hoover Dam stops working, that's 7 states that would have a huge water loss, including,
Water,
again, the
electricity,
electricity,
yeah.
like Dennison lives down there. Imagine there'll be an effect to him with water and electricity because he lives, somewhere down near Las Vegas.
No, when he moved recently, I'm not quite sure where he is, but I do know that it's definitely in the downwind area, so to speak, of the Hoover Dam, or downwater, downstream. That's the word.
And then
Yeah,
somebody last night yesterday on the stream mentioned Texas building a bunch of desalination, which I had no idea. And turns out that, there's $1 billion projects going on. One of the cheapest one that's being built is $1 billion, and it's going to make 200,000 gallons of or 200 million gallons of water per day, and that's the cheap one. And they're building 6 other ones, which
I tell you,
are,
Hippie, that impresses me. That desalinization is the thing right now. We need
it's
that.
crazy. I had no fucking, I mean, I knew like places like Dubai were saying that it's too expensive, and there are bad things to them because, one, they're run by AI, which everybody hates, but 2, they use a phenomenal amount, and they're going to run them all off of natural gas. So I forget it was how many millions of tons of carbon dioxide and blah 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 was going to be released, but the problem is we need water more than we need to worry about you know what I mean? The CO2 evaporating into the environment. Oh, will 7 states need Canadian power? I don't know.
I don't know how they get it
Definitely,
there. They're southern states.
he is a freeman from Arrakis. I'm not sure what that means.
No, Zatoichi, remember Spaceballs? Dink dink, dink 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 dink. That's Den. Joke, by the way.
Spaceballs. I love that movie. So
You
excited
remember
to
the desert
feel
people in Spaceballs? They'd go around dink dink, dink
right.
dink 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 dink.
Yeah, that is the greatest movie ever. I know I'll probably be hurt and feel like it won't be as good as the first one, but still excited for it.
Me too. I cannot wait for the sequel. It's about fucking. You know what the sequel should be if it were me? Just because, I mean, it'll piss people off, but it would be the funniest shit in the world. Is uh they go and you see the old characters sit down together in a studio and then they just watch the old movie.
That would be funny.
Like, Rick Moranis and all these people all old
Right? I mean, that is
watching the movie. That would be the best sequel, especially since they already had like the merch in the movie and shit. Like, no, to me, that would be peak.
Oh, I got some nice plants growing. Probably some of the biggest bud I've grown in a long time.
Yeah, and mine's out, technically out indoor, but outdoor because it's in the greenhouse. It's like
Yeah.
I don't have the
Do
light thing
you?
going on, so it's technically outdoor, even though it's inside of a building.
So when is your season really go from?
So I probably will start seeing some budding around August and pull plants in October.
Yeah, it's about the same, I guess.
So I don't have any
Like I
buds
feel like
yet.
late
But
June.
I did determine the one male so far and yanked his little ass out of the ground.
Nice.
Started growing balls, and
I
I was
posted
like,
a
nope.
I posted a community page picture with one of the leaves from one of my plants, and it's literally bigger than my entire head.
No, I
Like,
saw that. I saw that. That was huge.
fucking beast of a fucking plant. Seeds came from Neo. I haven't seen Neo. As a matter of fact, someone messaged me the other day. I gotta
When
send
you
him
had your
out a
heart
text.
attack, I went and found him. He's been hanging out at oh, I can't, let me look. I subbed him just to find Neo. If you want to see him, he's almost every day on a panel.
A British panel.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's trying to remember what it was called. I'm looking through my recent subscriptions because when you had
Denny's
your heart
Desert
attack,
People.
I went looking for him and I found him. And he said he was going
Yeah,
to
the
reach out to
seeds.
you. I guess he
The seeds
didn't.
I'm growing came from him. He sent them in the mail from
Yeah, he said he had a
California.
bunch. I told him to send me some too, and he never did.
Yeah, I think it took a while. I bugged him for at least a month over and over. So wasn't an easy task.
I mean, he already
What's
has
this?
so much
Is there
going
a
on. I
protest?
wasn't like upset about it.
ICE protests in Houston? Let me see.
I mean, considering what they did, we were talking about that yesterday. Have you considering what they did? I wouldn't be surprised that people are protesting because I'm sorry. Like, I don't give a fuck if they're here legally, illegally, what crime they're committing. You don't shoot someone driving a vehicle. You get out of the way and you go after them another day.
I mean, I don't really can't for sure in my head put together what happened because some articles I read, it sounds like that he rammed the car of the ICE agent, which caused them to fire, which to me in my mind would be, two cops in a car and a guy in a car, and they fire out the window at him. But then I'm reading other articles and they're making it sound like the officer was out of the vehicle.
Honestly, it doesn't matter to me either way. My opinion stays the same. If there's an officer in, out of vehicle, if someone is in a car, you do not shoot the driver of a car. You just don't. Like, that's policy for every law enforcement agency that I know of. And
I
it's
thought if they're
just
in
wrong.
danger, they have the right to shoot. So
I
that's
mean,
assault with a deadly weapon, the vehicle. So of course, that's why the other ICE officer got away with that crime because his life was
Right, they'll get away with it, but I still don't think it's right. I think that in the long run, the danger that they create by shooting the driver of a motor vehicle outweighs the danger being presented as long as they can move out of the way. Now, if your back's against a wall or something, but even then, you're not going to prevent them from running into you by shooting the driver. You shoot a tire. You do something to stop the vehicle, because shooting the driver isn't going to stop the vehicle. So that deadly weapon is still hurling at you. And in the case of Renee Good, her foot went down on the gas pedal pretty hard after they shot her.
What I'm kind of amazed about is in this world of technology right now that there's no video that's come out of what's happened. You know, now I see the Congress passed a super fast bill, and they're getting cameras right away. Of course, it takes, you know, shit happening before. No space between the balls. Zaidoichi, 35-year resident, was attacked in Houston with his worker was driving. Listen, I mean, you know, I always say to Joe, it's scary to be black, and then now it's scary to be anything. These fucking nice people just come and take you away.
Well, I don't know.
But
I think that ICE, if we have borders, ICE serves a purpose. That we're, you know, it's not fair to this guy who got shot was 30 years working through the process here. He wasn't here illegally. He was here legally working through the process and he was here for 30 years. Someone like that would be the most supportive of people having to go through the process. If I have to go through the process, so should they, right?
Sure.
So
I mean,
it sucks that he was the one shot, and I don't think anyone should have been shot. And I think we need to charge some of these officers shooting at moving vehicles. They did it here in New Mexico recently. I told you that yesterday too. They charged an officer for shooting while a person was driving away. He claimed they tried to hit them
crossing over into Montana.
He claimed they tried to hit him with their door as they were driving away because their door was open and he was kind of standing in the door. But they drove forward and he was behind the door, so the door would have never hit him. The door moved away from him.
Right.
And he shot and killed the driver of the car. And it took a while. I think it's been 2 years since the incident actually happened, but they're finally charging the cop. And I think if we start charging some of these cops and ICE agents that shoot at moving vehicles, they'll get the idea that you can't fucking shoot at a moving vehicle. Yeah, you have the right to defend yourself, but shooting at a moving vehicle creates more danger than it eliminates, or at least equal danger as what.
Well, somebody's training these people and obviously not training them appropriately. You know what I mean?
People aren't
and
like
not
dogs.
holding them accountable, but you know, I mean,
the holding them accountable, because people aren't like dogs. Like, you don't train them and then every single time it's going to come out exactly under their training.
Right.
Like, humans put into stressful situations do stupid shit, and I don't think it should be like murder one, but there should be some sort of charge for firing into a moving vehicle when you can always catch them another day.
Yeah. That's why I feel the same way about high-speed chases with these cops who put, you know, ridiculous amounts of people in danger, you know, for what? I don't know.
So there was this chick who led cops on a high-speed chase claiming she was kidnapped in Santa Fe a few years back. And she crashed into a car on the freeway and killed a volunteer firefighter. And so now here in New Mexico, they don't even do that anymore. They get the helicopter or a drone. They use drones. Like, if they're following you and you flee and it starts to become a high-speed pursuit, they stay back and they only stay on you long enough to give location. And then the drones come in and the drone just follows you. And then they tell the cops where to meet you at.
They've been doing that with the kids on bikes. There's a few large cities here in Massachusetts where the kids go insane with the motorcycles, and I think the cops were told not to chase them, And then I think that just kind of unfortunately made it worse. And so then what they did was they brought in a bunch of high-tech drones, and they literally just follow the kids around all night until they go home, and then fucking cops storm the place and take the bikes and make
Yeah.
charges. And unfortunately, that seems like the best way. Nobody's hurt.
And I still don't, like you said, with this thing in Texas, I don't know how we don't have cameras, because we were talking about it yesterday. Even the cameras on houses, buildings, everything. Most of these things have a contract that they can access them. So
Well,
I
it's
think
not
they have
even
video,
with
they're
the
just not
dirt bike,
releasing it.
though. It doesn't even matter because the kids are all wearing helmets. So all you get is, a picture of some clothes and a helmet. So
Right. And
those
half the time
cameras
those
really
dirt
don't
bikes
do nothing. They need
and
to
half the
follow
time
the
those
people
dirt bikes
home.
don't even have
Plates
plates
or
on them,
anything.
right?
Yeah.
Because they're not street legal.
Yeah, they're just riding wheelies and shit all over town. The kids are doing it with the electric bikes here for a while, but the governor
just
passed some kind of bylaw with electric bikes, so the kids stop riding. And
I
I
just saw
feel like
one
it's a great
yesterday in
thing because
Albuquerque, do popping a wheelie on the bike path on one of those electric bikes, and I was like, wow. Like, I mean, we did wheelies on our bikes when we were kids too. So to the parents' credit, this kid had a helmet and everything. So I think it's just fun. I
we
don't know.
the city I'm talking about was Springfield, Massachusetts, which is pretty crime ridden, pretty big
No, I
city.
think that drones are a great alternative to creating more danger. But we've also seen that even if you don't follow them in a high speed pursuit, once you've lit them up and they've started to flee, even if you end the pursuit, we've seen it multiple times where they continue to flee erratically because they assume they're still being followed.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know what the solution to that is, but I've seen too many videos of accidents, horrible accidents where uninvolved parties become injured or deceased because of high speed chases. Like I
Yeah,
said,
I
that
think
one guy was just driving
amazingly,
to
I don't
work.
think we've really had any um accidents because of that, amazingly, but they wouldn't talk about it if there were, right? Yep, have fun, suck
I don't
Nazi pee-pee.
I don't know. The one that happened here that was like a really big story. She had done it before, called the cops herself and got them to follow her. So I have this weird feeling that she was paid by people trying to move something through an area to distract the cops in the area. Because she called herself saying she had been kidnapped. And then when she finally wrecked headfirst into a firefighter's truck and the cops get up there, she's the only one in the car. But she called in saying she had been kidnapped.
Well, the thing is, keeper, is these kids get in groups of 100 to 200, and just it's kind of mass hysteria wherever they go. If it was a couple kids just raising hell, I get it. Kids have nothing to do anymore outside. Everything's fucking illegal, and all kids do is sit on the internet. So I get wanting to let the kids be out and have some fun and blah blah blah. God knows I did that shit relentlessly. Even fairly recently, on roadblocks, I was causing trouble on my street bike. So
I know what you mean too, hippie, though, that like even though you should let kids be kids, there comes a point where it becomes a nuisance to society. Like if you've got these kids doing these things on the main roads, you the accidents that have been caused because of it are enough to want to deter from that. I get that, but I'm with you in the long run. We need to stop like putting the hammer down on activities that might be dangerous for children. Life is dangerous. Living is dangerous. Nobody lives forever. We all are faced with the possibility that today may be our last. And to tell people not to go out and enjoy themselves, like there are Fuck them kids. Oh my god, dude.
Oh shit, that's funny.
There's just too much muchness. Like it's this idea that every single thing that a kid can do that might get them into a little bit of trouble should be nipped in the bud. But if we didn't get into a little bit of trouble when we were younger, would we be who we are today?
Hippie, I was a kid in my neighborhood. We terrorized our neighborhood on dirt bikes. Well, I got lucky because I grew up. I did do a lot of terrorizing, but it was mostly all government property. I mean, everything out here is National Seashore, which is owned by the state or the federal government. And so there's, dozens and dozens and dozens of towns where you could ride through the woods on your dirt bike. So I don't know. I probably had a lot more fun raising hell on the government property as well as if you got caught by a park ranger, they'd take your bike away. So I can only hope that today is my last day. Okay. I thought that was the cool thing now. Some rapper said so, right? Hey, Peg, how are you, brother? I'm gonna say Jenny was here earlier from Australia, and she said it was 10:30. So evening, Peg. I'll actually get that right. Not sure what part of Australia she's from. I forget, but
Yeah, we look think of Australia and we think, oh, it's just, this one small place because of the way our maps were presented to us in school, with the US looking really huge and everything else looking so much smaller than it is. But Australia is fucking huge, hippie.
yeah, I mean, and it's a beautiful place. I would give anything to go there, but unfortunately, I'm sure I never will because they got pretty steep rules if you're going there from America. Got to have a lot of things in place in case something bad happens. So,
Everybody's like that. My late husband and I had considered moving to Canada. He had this thing in his idea in his head. He was a bit of a anti government and in the US, and he felt like Canada had it going on better. And we looked into it, and they want you to have like tens of thousands saved. You have to have guaranteed income, a job waiting for you already before you move there. You have to have living situation set up before you move there. Like they're really fucking strict about immigrants from the US.
yeah, I think you got to have a certain amount of money. You got to have tickets both ways, which kind of makes sense. But I believe this, yeah, you got to have all your stay laid out and the whole thing. Pretty wild. I have a friend who's been there a few times. I'd love to travel. I don't even have a fucking license with the star on it, so I can fly fucking in this country. Never mind to some other country.
You don't have real ID, hippie?
No,
Why not?
just laziness, probably mostly. I mean, I've had a lot going on in the last year. I had the surgery on my neck. And then,
Yeah.
a couple months later, I had this surgery. So the last 6 months for me have been pretty
Well, I don't know.
last
I've had real
year.
ID for like 4 years now. They started pushing
Yeah.
it here in New Mexico. And like for women, it's hard. For me, it was a pain in the ass because I changed my name for marriage. But I also changed my name in high school because my stepdad adopted me. So I have 3 name changes, and I had to go and find documentation for all 3 of my name changes in order to get the real ID. And my I couldn't find my marriage license to my first husband, and I couldn't find the marriage license uh, to my first husband, but I found that in the church records, but then I couldn't find my marriage license for my second marriage. The copy I had was, they call it the decorative one. It's like all fancy. It's not like an official copy. And I had to try and get it, in the building that contained the logbooks for that period burned down. So they don't even have a record of my second marriage, and that's the last name I still carry. So finally got them to accept the fancy one that I have because it's the only one that exists anymore. But it was a little bit of a pain in the ass as a woman because I had name changes through marriage. Whereas for men, from what I understand, it's not that difficult.
You know, I could tell you the funny story is that my son planned a trip to Miami. Went down there with some girl. They had planned it all out. Big fucking shindig. Put a lot of money into it. And he flew down there with her. And they stayed for the week or so that they were there. And then they went to get on the plane to fly home. And they passed that law while he was down there. And he couldn't fly home. And so he had to take a bus home. He said it, you know, it was the worst thing. And she was so mad because, you know, a bus ride from fucking Miami, Florida to almost Canada. You know what I mean? Long bus ride. They were very unhappy.
I dropped a link in the back, hippie. Don't pull it up. It's just a link to the channel where Neo's been hanging out.
Oh, okay.
If you wanted to go see him.
All right. I actually have his phone number somewhere in my phone.
Yeah, when I went and told him, he said he was going to reach out to you, but I guess he didn't.
Yeah, you know how it is.
I know he's got a lot on
I'm
his plate.
terrible
You've
with
got
that
a lot
shit.
on your plate, and so it's like
Yeah.
hard. Like we all have like the million things going on in our own worlds. It's hard to make an effort for what's going on in other people's sometimes because like all of us, I can't think of a single person I know who's not going through something right now.
Yeah. Times are tough. It's awful. And I don't see it getting any better, unfortunately.
What did Cheech and Chong say? Times are tough all over.
I mean, I feel like
Wasn't that a movie or an album?
I think you're right. I mean, I don't know. Where does it stop? Sorry to hear it, Zato. I'm going through shit, man. It's horrible. But I'm just
Yes,
gonna
keeper
have
of
a
the list. I'm widowed twice. I have 2 husbands who have preceded me in death.
yeah, we have a life, hippie. That's why we're here.
See, that's the thing I don't get. People imply that because you spend some time online, you must not have a life. I do a lot of shit offline. And I know Hippie does a lot too. He's got a whole grow room. Like,
Yeah. And a granddaughter and, you know, a crazy psycho kid and not
medical
that I'm not
issues
crazy
and
psycho,
door
but yeah.
dashing and building
Yep.
and remodeling an apartment, constantly having to work on the exterior of the home. And I know you're
Oh
always
yeah.
putting in work out there. You have your worms. Like you have a lot going on. Your
It's
dog.
true. Dogs, yeah. Which that's a great subject right now. It's been an amazing couple of days. The kid took 2 of the dogs out of the house, so the house is super quiet, and there's only a couple of dogs here now, and
I'm on the
it's
verge of that, hippie. I'm on the verge of that of telling an adult child that they've got to figure it out on their own.
I mean,
There comes a point.
yeah, I know. I recently did exactly that. You know,
That's what I'm saying. I'm
I
on the
came
verge
home
of it.
from my surgery, and you know, I was thinking in my head that somebody was high, and then you know, I kind of mentioned it to my wife, and she kind of likes to not be, but she's like, yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And then you know, even my granddaughter um was like, you know, I don't know what the fuck's going on. And she even called them out on it. And at that point, I just said, I can't have that here. Because the
Yeah,
problem is when you don't have what you need, it makes you uh, be a terrible person. So I just
yeah,
couldn't
no,
do
my
it.
son comes and I can swear I can smell booze, but he denies it. And my partner the other day said, "Yeah, no, I smelled the booze too." So I'm
Yeah.
like, and that's a rule at my house. I'm a recovered alcoholic. That's a rule at my
Right.
house. If he's gonna be
Well,
drinking, he stays away.
that's that's the worst part, Nikki, is for me, I'm a recovering addict, and
Yeah, you can't have it there. You can, and
I
not to
can't
mention
have.
your granddaughter.
Yep, exactly. So I just puts a lot of pressure on the whole household. Not to mention it's not safe. So. And the fucked up part is, I get slipping and all that. Nobody's perfect and blah blah blah. But I always say to him, just go somewhere for a couple days, whatever you got to do, but
Don't
don't
bring
bring
it
it
here.
home.
Well, and not only that, but
It's not that
also the
hard.
denial. The denial, like we're stupid. Like, we've
Yeah.
been there, done that, but we're no,
Oh yeah, he's
it's not
denying it
happening. You're
right
saying
now.
that because you want a reason to be mad at me. Why would I want a reason to be mad at my child? Like,
It's late night for me, so I got nothing else to do. I said, speaking of explosive diarrhea, I read an article about some foodborne disease right now, or not disease, but germ in food that's giving people the shits for 2 to 3 days. And they're saying major weight loss and all this, and I'm like, holy fuck.
no, I was reading about that too. The there by you, in fact, I thought it said.
Well, it's quite a few states, but Massachusetts has got the largest concentration of
Yeah,
it.
that's where I read about it at was massive. I was like, it's there by you. I was reading about that. It's like first I saw the headlines and it's an eye catcher and I'm like, oh shit, what's the new vid, right? And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's not here yet anyway, so I don't care. Right now, what they're pushing here is that they tested some mosquitoes came positive for West Nile, so they got to
Now
sprinkle
that you
that
men-
bug spray.
now that you mention it, Keeper, it does kind of look like an arrow. There's three holes at the bottom of the line. Those were where there was drains and a wire that went to my heart, that they were listening to my heart after surgery. So so yeah, it does kind of look like an arrow pointing down from Mississippi. I'm not gonna lie.
Good luck, Tootie.
Hi,
Hope you get
Teddy,
what you want.
Tootie.
I say
I
Tootie. I
can,
don't know if it's Tootie Bug or
yeah,
Tutty Bug.
I
Some
never
people
get
call her
anybody's
Tut.
name right. Call me
Never
anything but late dinner.
I've never heard her say it out loud. I've only heard other people, and everybody says it different. So
Tootie probably sounds better.
I don't know. I say Tootie because it makes me think of. Do you remember the Facts of Life?
It sounds better than Tutty. I don't know. It's got to be Tootie.
Do you remember the Facts of Life?
Yeah,
You
sure.
take the good, you take the bad. The little black girl was Tootie, right?
You're right. That's right.
So that's why I say it that way
That was
because in
kind
my
of a.
brain, that's what pops up is you take the good, you take
That,
the bad, you take them both, and
that's
there
when
you
TV
have
was good back then.
the Facts
Fucking
of
TV
Life.
now is terrible.
I don't
Wendy's,
watch TV now, so
I don't either. I haven't paid for cable, it's probably been fucking 10, 15 years. It's well, my granddaughter is 17, so probably 17 years or more. Crazy how I lose
yeah, but
time.
nobody has cable anymore. It's all Hulu and
Well,
uh
I don't even we don't even do
Netflix
that.
and all of that shit. But see, the thing is my kids, it's so trippy. They have all this new stuff coming out. My kids are my young ones, the ones in school, them and their friends are more into like 90s music and 90s TV and 90s movies. It's so trippy because like even their fashion is going back to the 90s.
I'm not sure. I believe it's in Meat Keeper, but I'm not sure if it's not in other stuff as well. I don't really know. There wasn't much information on what creates it. Just said that it was started with a P. I couldn't even begin to tell you what the name of it was, but
It's a parasite.
right. Yeah, and it said something
Cy-
about a one
cyclo
something.
It's
Go ahead.
cyclosporiasis cases across 31 states. Illness is caused by the cyclospora parasite and triggers bouts of severe watery and explosive diarrhea. But it's a parasite, cyclosporiasis, or
Yeah, and it says stuff
cyclospora is the
about
parasite.
Pepper. It says stuff about extreme weight loss and
Well, yeah, it's
I
a
don't
really
know.
watery diarrhea, so they're getting really extremely dehydrated, and you lose, it's a rapid bit of weight loss, and I don't
Yeah, it
see.
doesn't. I think it's probably. I can remember since Ariana was born, the worst sickness was that I can remember was a stomach flu. She was just a little baby, and we all had the shits. And I can remember it was so bad, and we were so freaked out that we were all walking around with a can of Lysol because it said on the can, kills 90. So everything we did, it was like, shh.
And we were wrong. We were wrong. It's not Massachusetts that has the highest. It's Michigan.
Is it? Oh,
Michigan
Michigan.
and then New York. No deaths have been reported. And it's
Tell me
not, it
about
says
it,
it's from
Peg.
produce, not meat. What's causing the outbreak? Oh, wait, no.
Crazy how.
No specific type of produce or any grower or supplier has been identified as the source.
So it's
Contamination
just
typically
me.
occurs at the farm or irrigation level, making traceback investigations difficult.
Actually, didn't I read something about shit? Anything that comes in contact with poop. In the article I read, crazy how quick time is going by, years are flying by for me. Listen, I just had triple bypass heart surgery. My granddaughter's 17. Holy fuck, bro. I'm almost dead.
No, you're not.
Wait, what?
You survived.
I
You're
mean,
not dead.
listen,
We're all
what's
almost dead.
Mel Brooks is what, 100? So, I mean, listen, I was kidding around that I'll be the last living person on this planet alone and
Right.
suffering.
Right. You said Mel Brooks is almost 100, but also look at like my first husband who died in his mid-20s, or babies that are born and die within minutes. Like, we don't know. We're all almost dead. That's the point.
Well, it's true.
Being alive means being almost dead because anything could take you at any minute.
Wait, Jello powder and warm water, athletic fix. Drink it all like ew.
No, he's not wrong, and you don't have to use Jello powder. You can Jello has it in it, but what you want is the gelatin. You can buy it to make jams and jellies as just a sure gel. It's just clear. It's not flavored. But gelatin is one of the best things to control diarrhea.
Good morning, Sandra. Well, listen, let me tell you, I went to the doctor's, my primary care. It was the re-checkup after. I went like 2 days after my surgery, met the woman that, the surgeon's physician assistant got me a position because, as probably heard me say 1,000 times, I hadn't had a primary care for like 8 years. So anyway,
Yeah.
I went to see her yesterday, a couple days ago, and she said I'm definitely pre-diabetic. The numbers aren't super high, but you need to stop eating fucking any processed sugar. And it's the worms in Texas beef. Ew, that is 2020. I mean, yeah, what I sent you the Trump memorabilia back then, right? I mean, that might even have been before 2020. When did Trump become president? I don't even know the first time. Remember I sent you like Trump hats and all that, and we found out how much it's fucking a ripoff to ship shit to Australia. Same with Canada. I shipped some shit to Canada. Hey, camping. It's hanging, brother. It's hanging.
Well, hippie,
Chilling.
I'm gonna head out. I just came
Uh,
up to shoot the shit with you because I don't do it
uh,
much lately. I love
what
you
time you going
much, and
live?
like 2 o'clock my time. So like, let's see, it's
Uh,
eight. It's
if
8
I'm in
now.
the
9,
car, I'll
10,
just
11, 12, 1, 2,
try to put you
like
on in the.
like 7 hours from now or so, and it's just
All
gonna.
right.
I'm just opening up a stream to tell these fuckers, if you want to tell me who I am,
Come
come
talk
do it.
shit to me. Come say
Yeah,
it.
come
All
say it,
right.
because I'm tired of hearing about it elsewhere. Just come say it to me.
Right.
But I love you,
All
dear.
right. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye. Trump beef is golden. Wait, what? Trump 2016 first time. So listen, must have been that long ago. I don't know. I'm trying to think. 2016. That's what, 8 years? 10 years. Yeah. Fuck. Long time, brother. Still hanging out on ye fucking YouTube. I don't know. I like it. Good place to come and vent, talk about shit that's going on in the world. Talking about Iran threatening to do shit to Trump. Trump threatening he's got 1,000 missiles aimed at him right now. They best not think about it. And they sent 20 warships headed towards Iran. That's not good. Gonna running out of jobs because AI is taking all the jobs and immigrants are, working for cheaper, which is making people work for less. Long time. That's what I mean by time is flying. I feel you, brother. I'm going to be 60 in a few months. I don't know, and I'm feeling it. I do have hair and it's terribly gray, but it'd be funny to dye it just to fuck around. Beef prices started going up for the farm now. He's taking credit for it. Freak me. Beef prices started going up for the farm. Now he's taking credit. You mean he as in Trump? Yeah, I'm not surprised. Listen, the guy says anything to make people still doing well at 60. I mean, listen. It's hard to swallow. Yeah, fuck him. I like it. Should if he said fuck, actually, it would have blocked you, but that's funny as fuck. I'm 57, remember? Yeah, you don't look it though. Damn. Hello, Jenny. Haven't seen you for ages. 2 Aussies in the chat. That's fucking joy. Gotta fucking love it. Let me see here. Oh, this Jenny.
Hello.
What you doing?
Eh, just running around with my oldest, going through stuff because we moved recently. So we've
Oh
still got
no.
boxes to unpack. It's been 3 months. By recently, I don't mean like a week ago. It's been 3 months. But we've got a shit ton of things to
I
unpack. So we've
hate
kind of, yeah.
I hate. I say many
Mhm.
times it's the worst thing in life to do
I can't
because you
stand it. It's
realize how
so
much shit
stressful.
you've acquired, and
Yeah. And I
and
always
then
say,
you have to go through the hard part of, especially if you move to a smaller place, is what do I
yeah,
throw away? That's
yeah.
that's when you
Well,
realize how sick you really are. I mean, wait, what?
do you know? Let
Uh,
me tell you something. Um, when we were in DV shelters about a year and a half ago, me and the girls, um, we had stuff in storage. All our stuff was in storage. We only came with a couple of bags, and the it was so minimal the stuff we had there, and we were like, you know what? When we get a place, we're gonna live like this because all the stuff in storage, like 90% of it, we really don't need. So we got the stuff out of storage, and we still couldn't throw anything out. And now we're in a bigger place, 4 bedroom, 3 bathroom. We're not throwing anything out. We're like, oh yeah, we might keep this, and as you do. So thank you, sweetheart. Um,
I
yeah, my daughter just came in, huh? Yeah, I know. I've knocked it with my head. Thank you, darling. Yeah. So, you know, um, we've just got things everywhere. My other kids are asleep, and me and her are wide awake because I took a big nana nap this afternoon. I was up at 4 a.m. Took my daughter for an MRI at 8 a.m. We were there till
oh,
10, and
okay.
then she's got another one on Thursday as well. This one was a brain one. Yeah, as you know, she's got health issues. She's only 18,
Gotcha. That sucks.
so
I
yeah,
know
she's
all about health issues suck when you can't cure them. Like I've had neuropathy and pain for since
yeah.
2000 to 2010, and
That's what she's got on top of her heart condition as well. So at 18,
oh
no one should be
geez.
going through that. Second degree
JK
heart blockage.
Camping Cage Free Guy says, I moved 50 years ago. I finally found my G.I. Joe with Kung Fu grip. He is old now too. Does he have
I
gray hair?
swear.
Oh,
I
that's
was
funny.
listening to the chat, right? I had my AirPods in and I had my phone in the room. So I'm in the kitchen and I just made a snack for my daughter. And she just came in and, gave me half of it. And I said to her, I'm not hungry, I'm fine. And she's like, she looked at me and goes, just eat it. And I'm like, okay. No, oh my God, okay. Um, because she knows what I'm like. So she, looks after me like that. And the amount of things she's come up to me and gone, oh my God, look what I found. It's been years. I'm like, I know, right? She pulled something out from like 20 years ago, and I'm like, we've been looking for that for 20 years.
Peg,
So I
I
just,
hoard things. Moved out
yeah,
of a 5-bedroom home into a caravan, so now I got containers of crap everywhere.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. No, I
well,
moved out of a 6 bedroom, uh, 3 bathroom, um, 2 lounge room, 2 kitchen mansion, and sold my other house, which was a 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom. Sold that, left the mansion, and moved out of the area just to get the hell away from the ex hubby. Um, and me and my daughter moved into a 2 bedroom unit. So you know what I did? I put everything out on the footpath. Within an hour, half of it was gone. I put it on Facebook and I'm like, hey guys, free shit. I'm talking about those outdoor gas heaters, my 8 chair dining table, with the chairs and everything, because there was nowhere we could put it in that unit. And plus, there was no way
mm,
we could get it up the stairs and up this and that.
mm.
So we downsized and I got rid of so much stuff. My gas heater, and all of it was new, working. But I just, at the time, I was like, selling my house. I own the title. I'm getting the money because I don't owe the bank anything because I paid the mortgage off. So I'm like, I'll just replace
Nice.
the shit. I was
Damn.
like, I'll just replace the shit, you know? But then I sold the house because I owed my lawyer money after a 4 year court battle with him because the mansion that I left him wasn't enough. He wanted my house as well. So that, yeah, it was fun and games. So I sold my house, but I didn't get the full amount because my legal fees of 4 years and a 5-day trial
Mm,
left me with only $287,000.
mm,
It was like a drop in the ocean compared to like the whole amount that I should have got.
right.
But it's still better than nothing. I got my car out of it, and bought myself the car that I
Nice.
wanted of my dreams. That's it. And now I've got both my girls, and yeah, happy chappy.
Gotta do it.
But yeah,
Uh,
I'm a hoarder as well, but I classify myself as a neat hoarder. Like you can walk through my place, but things are in boxes and they're stored away, in the wardrobes and in the, storage space and all that. So, people walk through and it doesn't look like it's hoarded because it's all clear and clean. But the stuff in the boxes, I guarantee a lot of it I can just throw out. I don't need, but I just can't do it. I just can't do it.
I hear you. I have
Yeah.
the same problem. JK says male lifetime, I think, is 72, just a blink in the atmosphere. Peg says money doesn't last long nowadays. I agree
It
100%.
definitely does not.
And it's not going to get any better anytime soon because it looks like
Nope.
things are progressing in Iran, which, has an effect on the whole world.
Well, I thought everything was going well there for a while because our fuel prices dropped dramatically about 3 weeks ago.
Really?
And in the last week, they've creeped right back up again.
Yeah. We got
There's not,
gas yesterday. I think it was 409.
yeah, see, the highest it's been here was 2.93, I think. We dropped down to 145 3 weeks ago. And now it's back up to 165, and some places are 170. So
Wow.
crawling back up. So that's how I know things are not going so well over there because it affects us here as well. And Trump's not apparently happy with us because we're not, siding with him and whatnot. But I really don't get that much into politics. So I don't really care. I don't even care for my own government here, let alone like anyone else's. But I do pay more attention to what's happening over there than I do here. And I live
Right?
here. And it
Seems
is how it is. It's just me.
seems like the new word of war. What are we saying? Which money you mean? I don't know. Money is how they extinguish us poor people. They've already got rid of middle class, and
Yep. Yep.
it's the ceasefire is over as of last night when
How
apparently
many
Iran
times did
was
they say?
making threats against Trump, saying they were gonna, blah 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 him, which
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep. I heard that as well. I was on another panel the other day and people were talking they started talking about politics, so I left. But I left the panel, but I was still lurking and listening. And they were arguing over how Turkey is getting involved. And I'm thinking, there's no way in the world Turkey's, they're saying that Turkey's going to like attack, the US or Iran or something like that. And I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. I mean, the country that I was born in, uh, Turkey went to war and they won and they kind of took over the country. But the one thing I've got to say about them is they didn't force us to change religion. They didn't force us to change names. Like a lot of, wars happen. These things happen, right? And to this day, um, there's in my country where I was born, there's 85% Turkish people living there, and Turkey actually rebuilt the airport, the major airport, because I've been overseas. I've been back to my country, like where I was born, about 3-4 times in my life. And when I went with my ex-husband on our honeymoon, I said to him, You better grab a, because he loves water. So I'm like, you better grab your bottle of water from this airport in Turkey, because it's an hour flight to where we're going, to my country, but the airport is just a shed in the outback. It's literally a shed. And he was like, nah, there's got to be a shop there. There's got to be this. And I'm like, it's a shed. I've been there before. You're not listening. He didn't listen. We got there and he was like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, well, I told you. I warned you. But then over the years, because there's so many Turkish people living there, and we all live, like my family lives beautifully with them all, that Turkey paid money to rebuild that airport, and it's beautiful. It's massive. It's like a proper airport. So I don't see Turkey attacking any other country. Turkey is very, very fucking peaceful. Very. Can't say as much, about my ex-husband because he's Turkish, but there's always got to be that one
Gotcha.
bad seed in the lot. But the one thing
Well,
I've
I
got to
mean,
say,
listen, people are people. Humans are humans.
exactly,
We're all fucking.
exactly. But what
It's
people don't understand is, let me tell you something. When I was in Turkey, he warned me beforehand. He goes, you can't be wearing shorts, you can't be wearing dresses, you got to be covered, this and that. And I'm like, damn, we're going there
oh
in
my.
100-degree heat. What are you talking about? So I get there, right? And around inside the house of his auntie and uncles where we were staying, um, I was walking around with like, shorts and a t-shirt. And when he said, let's go out shopping, I went to put longer sleeves on, and his auntie goes, stay with what you're wearing. She goes, it's too hot for long sleeves. And I'm like, he's telling me that I can't be walking around the streets like this. And she's like, are you kidding me? And he even said it's frowned upon, even like married couples and even couples that are dating, to be holding hands in public. And the moment I walked out of the house in my shorts and my singlet and my thongs, my flip flops, everyone on the street was wearing the same. There were couples that were holding hands and kissing and showing affection in public. And then I found out that his family told me that his cousin wanted to go to university, and she scarfed, and the university had a rule and a law in place that anyone that wants to go to any university in Turkey cannot be wearing the scarf. And that's a Muslim country.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't know this. I went there, I've seen it with my own eyes. So when people go, oh, Turkey's going to get involved, no, they're not. No, they're not. Like,
I haven't really seen much chatter about it myself, but doesn't mean anything.
yeah, I can just say, like, if someone attacks Turkey, they're feral. They're feral.
Right.
They will win, but they won't attack other people for
Right.
no reason. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
they don't get involved in other people's issues. You know what I mean? In other countries'
Poofy.
problems. Yeah.
Say
So,
whatever you want about Trump, but he's got the best hair any world leader in the.
oh my God, does he ever? Does he ever? At first, I was
He
like, you
said,
know what? I like Trump, and I like, when the voting was happening, I was like, I'm going for Trump, because I liked everything he was saying and all this. But like every politician, they all lie, and over the last year or so, he's kind of switched around a little bit, and now I'm like, fuck you, because honest to God, if you ask me right now who our prime minister is, I couldn't tell you because I don't care. I'm more interested in what's happening over there. It's just how I'm wired. I'm freaking weird like that.
Poofy says women in India wear beekeeper suits. Women aren't allowed to shave their Gaza strips there.
I like that.
I would never attack turkey, maybe chicken. Wait, huh? Enough hair to land a small helicopter?
Like that. I like that.
Oh, silly. We still got traitors running our country. Listen, you're not lying there. The minute they put on that suit, they get
The tyranny, the crap that goes on with the cops and everything, it annoys the crap out of me. It is insane. Like slowly, police state here, police state there. What the hell? I was chatting with one of my American friends on Instagram the other day, and I mentioned the blue line flag, and he goes, "I've never heard that before." I'm like, "You live there and you've never heard of that?" And he goes, "No." So I sent him a couple of videos, and he goes, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's sad that people from other countries know more about what's happening in America than and the
Well, I
Constitution
think, America sort
than
of sets the trend for everywhere else, right? So whatever's going on here is kind of where it's going to head for everybody else, right?
I
If prices rise here, they're probably rising where you're at, and
yeah.
England, and so we're
England,
kind of
yeah, is very similar to what's happening here. It's not good, but you know, I try my best, to post things about what's happening here that people don't know about, because
right.
there is something that I heard and it was confirmed by three other sources, and it's not in the news. No one's talking about it, and I'm about to post something about it the next few days, that they are now trying to pass it as a law that any police officer can stop anybody on the street and take them into custody to question them if they're suspicious or if they just for the heck of it. And that includes children.
Hmm.
And the thing about that is that once they get you and start questioning you, you're not allowed to tell your parents where you were and what happened. You cannot tell a lawyer. If you do, they will arrest you. This is the insanity that is happening in this country right now, and no one knows about
Yeah,
it.
I think England has something they call it Title 47. Maybe it's Title 44, and that's some terrorist act that if they can just take you into custody indefinitely
Yeah.
based on this rule. It's quite
It's one thing to do it to adults, but when I heard that they can pick up kids, I mean, if anyone, any cop picks up my child, I'm burning that station down. I'm telling you right now. Like, no way in hell. Like, I don't care what they do to me. They can pick me up, keep me there for days. It's a little vacation from the kids, I don't give a shit. But you're not messing with my kids. There's no way in hell. I tell my kids all the time, any cop stops you on the street or on the train or anything, don't talk to them. Act like you're deaf. Don't speak to them. Ignore them. And they
Goofy
do.
says, wait, they arrest children? If so, I'm on board. We need to arrest 3-year-olds. Holy shit.
Honest to God, the feral kids in this country that know nothing that will happen to them, and their ages range from 10 to 16, 17, they have done some really horrible, disgusting crap and have not been arrested or punished because of their age. Those ones, take them, deport them, whatever the fuck you want to do with them. I couldn't care less about those pieces of crap. But innocent kids just walking down the road and they can just get stopped, like that's not on. Because I can tell you now, there was a group of girls that invited a girl from their school for a sleepover. And this girl got excited because these are the cool kids, and they recorded it. and it's online. They recorded beating the crap out of her. Her eyes were black and like so swollen and shut, and they made her shower and they dropped her off at her parents' house and they left. And as they left, they're recording themselves live, going, "We just did this, we just did that, da da da." And the cops were like, "Well, they're underage, can't do nothing, can't do nothing." But the public made sure they did something. One of the girls' houses got burnt down.
Mm,
The
that's
public took it in
crazy.
their own hands. Then one of the girls was boasting, "Oh, good luck trying to find my address," and she was hiding. Word got out where she was. That house got burned down. If the
Peg
cops aren't
says
going to do nothing,
kids
uh,
don't respect anyone
nah,
anymore.
nah. And that's
No,
another reason why I left that area, because
I agree.
that area, my daughter was hanging out with those kids, and they can turn on you at any moment, and they did. And they were making threats to come to our house, and they were outside the house. But I have connections. I made a phone call. I, I made one phone call, and those kids were warned. That house is off limits. The mother and the kids are off limits. Visitors, nothing to do with me. But this was one of the head people, right? And she actually called the grandmother of the kids and was like, "This and this is going to happen." And they stayed the hell away. And when I sold my house, the last thing they did was rip up the sold sign. And I was like, "Well, if that's the best you can do, that's on the sidewalk. I don't give a shit." We left, and it's just gotten worse down there. So my son still lives down there with his dad. I dropped him off today and got back home after a 3-hour drive. And then I passed out and fell asleep for several hours, got up, and here we are. It's about 12:20 in midnight, and I'm wide awake. Wide awake.
Right?
Yeah.
Poofy says head. Yes, please. You wise ass Poofy.
That's funny.
Oh man. Well, it's almost it's time for me to get something to eat. I'm starving.
Yeah,
Haven't had breakfast yet.
my daughter brought
Thank
him
you.
food, and I've got to eat that before it goes cold too. So
All
thought I'd
right.
pop in and say hey.
Yes, thank you for taking
Make
up
sure
some slack for me.
you're healing. Well.
Yes, everything's going real good. I'm driving. I'm been working a little bit, so thank God for that. So
Remember,
just
don't overdo it.
well, that's what everyone keeps saying. Take it easy.
Trust me, Mississippi will be on your ass.
Right? I don't know. The last thing I
I
need
know her
is
well.
another surgery
When
or
I
anything.
saw her stand up for you that day, I thought, nah, she's tough as bricks. She ain't gonna let you get away with anything.
No, she's a beast.
She's
See you,
amazing.
Peg. Good to see you, Poofy. Stay safe out there, my friend.
Good to see you all. There's a lot of new names on here I've never seen before, but hey, who we got up here?
Yeah, Joko.
Is that Joko?
That's Joko. Yes, it is.
You guys want to see a cop working?
Sure, let's see it.
All right, hold on here.
I always see Joko in the chat, but never on, on screen.
On screen, yeah.
Oh,
He does audits and stuff. Oh, yeah.
I follow
What's he
so many
doing?
pages that I don't get.
We're at a scrapyard and he's controlling traffic.
Get out. That's his.
They pay him to be here. The scrapyard.
Oh no shit, huh? They have that much business, huh?
The line's about 2.5 blocks long.
So what's the price of metal up, or are people just fucking starving?
I'll know as soon as we get our ticket.
Oh, you're waiting to sell some?
No, we already sold it.
Oh, okay.
They calculate the ticket inside the office, and then we go get our cash.
That's interesting. A 2-block waiting, huh? Holy shit! It's got to be based on.
Oh yeah, it's all the way
Times
up
are
the
tough.
street.
Oh yeah, I can see what you're saying. Holy shit, bro. Yep. Everyone's selling all their junk that's
Yeah.
been laying around. Smart. We
Yeah.
need to make missiles and rockets, so we need all that metal.
That other guy on the street, he's the boss. He's got a nice German Shepherd. It stays in the office.
Hey, Hippie, did you see what Poofy wrote?
Who? What?
That security guard is
Oh, his name's Myers. He's from
Paul
Kansas City,
Blart.
Missouri cop. I just don't know what department he's from.
Good to see you, Poofy.
Let me get his
Always
badge
good
number.
for a laugh.
Hey, Meyer. Hey, Meyer.
Peace and
Wow.
hemorrhoids for all.
Yeah, that's his name. Meyer. I can see his name on his. When we were in the. But I'm out in the street now, so I'm off of private property. So the owner shouldn't say much.
So what'd you sell? Aluminum, steel, copper?
All the little shit. They don't take. They call it shred, big chunks of metal and stuff. They don't do that here. It's more specialty metal, aluminum, copper.
Gotcha.
They take the giant spools of cables and stuff too. They got a couple forklifts they work with. But
Huh.
yeah, as far as cars, refrigerators, shit like that, they don't take them here.
No shit.
Yeah, you got to go to the big shredders for those.
Looks like a big pile of shit there by the UIC here. Looks like all aluminum.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go get off. You came right as I was shutting down. Cool to
Okay.
see.
Huh?
Lovely seeing you, Joko.
Good
Take
to
care.
see you.
Nice to see y'all.
All right,
Later,
guys.
Peace and
Later.
pot leaves.
Bye.
Peace and pot leaves. Hope you get a big payout, Joko. The big payout. Watch it. You're still on camera. I'm dreaming. All right, guys. I'm going to go eat. Much love. Stay safe out there. Hugs and butt plugs.